This is Psalms chapter 137, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers is pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Also, all the men, women, and children who are sincerely hastening the day that Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, comes and delivers his elect, the elect of the nation of Israel, which are so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And at the same time, Yahushua will be destroying our enemies. I'm the brother Ramak from Great Millstone, Miami. And the title or the topic of this video is, this is the last laugh. We get the last laugh. Lord willing, us sincere brothers and those few sincere sisters that are listening, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We're members of the elect. And in this season that we're coming into, we're going to see the downfall of our enemies. The 2/3 of our nation who gave up Yahushua to be put on the cross. Yes, Jacob's trouble is coming. And also Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, who has been oppressing us for ages, for eons. We're going to see the downfall of him. So I'm going to read Psalms chapter 137 again, verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. And Edom means red. The red Hebrew Edomite is on the earth today, and that's a so-called white man. He is Esau, Edom. And the Lord is saying, remember him. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? Because when the ancient Babylonians sieged Jerusalem, they said, race it. And when you go into the book of 1 Ezra chapter 4, it tells you how Esau, the Edomites, how they were the ones who actually burned down the temple. Now, if you fast forward to 70 AD, the Romans are Esau, Edom. They came and they besieged Jerusalem, and they did a great slaughter. And they actually took out slaves, and they actually took out the vessels that were in the temple. They took out the menorah and other vessels that were in our temple from our land, and they actually made a monument out of it called Arch of Titus. And in post-production, I'm going to put it on the screen. Esau rejoiced. He laughed at us. They came through and, hey, just imagine how Esau handled his business in 70 AD. I mean, you don't have to imagine too hard, because Esau did those things over here in America. And he laughed and he rejoiced. He put up an Arch of Titus that still stands, you know. He rejoiced at our fall, at our chastisement from the Lord. Well, verse 8, O daughter of Babylon. See, America is the daughter of Babylon. Esau, Edom is the daughter of Babylon. So when you read Revelation and you hear about the great city, Babylon, it's talking about Esau, Edom. That's who it's talking about. O daughter of Babylon. Why? Because ancient Babylon was destroyed. That kingdom was conquered by the Persians, by the Medes and the Persians, right? But this Babylon is the future prophetic Babylon, and this Esau, Edom, the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So verse 8 again, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Right. So laughing season or payback season or lick back season is coming. Going to get licked back on Esau, Edom, on them. They had their time, man. They've been whooping our people ass for eons, man, for ages. As the Greeks, as the Romans. They came back with the rebirth of their Roman Empire. As the Americans, as the French, as the Spanish, as the Portuguese, and so forth and so on. It's time for them to lose, man. So happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Right. The men that's in the right spirit, the men of the Lord are in the right spirit. And we can't wait. Well, we are waiting. You know, it's a phrase how we say it over here. We can't wait. But we are so looking forward to getting payback on this Edomite. And we believe that it's coming. We know it's coming through the scriptures. We just hope we're part of that elect. But we know it's coming. In verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Right. Happy season is coming for Israel. Happy season is coming for the elect of Israel. You know? This is the book of Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. This is talking against Esau. Obadiah is a prophecy against Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So Obadiah verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, because Esau was Jacob's brother. He came out of the womb. Esau came out first. Jacob came out second, but the elder is supposed to serve the younger. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right, because Esau has been violent against us since the inception. He's been wanting to kill his brother since Genesis 27. And even before then, Esau is the descendant of Cain. So even before then, when Cain killed Abel. But all throughout the history of the world, this Edomite, this red Hebrew, nasty nigga, because that's what he is, has been oppressing our people, man. And up to recently, in the last 500 years, where he came over here and just straight up slaughtered the so-called Native Americans and the Seminole Indians, which are the tribes of Gad and the tribes of Reuben, came over here and slaughtered the so-called Mexicans, the so-called Costa Ricans, and so forth and so on. He slaughtered all the tribes that were over here and enslaved them too. Raped, robbed, used, and abused them, burned them at the stake if they wouldn't worship their this Jesus character that they was bringing over here. And then also, because that was the northern kingdom of the nation of Israel, what he did to the southern kingdom with the transatlantic slave trade, with the Middle Passage. Sharks still go over there to that part of the ocean today because all of the bodies that they would throw over, either dead bodies or bodies that they deemed sick, and they didn't want to get other slaves sick because they need to keep they maximize their profit. All the torture that went on ships, and then bringing our people over here, putting them through a brutal captivity, working day in and day out. So for that violence, shame is going to cover Esau. Verse 11, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. And this was actually going back to the ancient Babylonians when they came and did their thing in Jerusalem. You know, Esau was as one of them. Wasn't even none of their business. But that goes to show, man, Esau has a perpetual hatred against our people. Now, Obadiah verse 12, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Right? You shouldn't have did that, Esau. You shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have forwarded the affliction back in ancient Babylon. You shouldn't have did all the things you did in 70 AD and before and afterwards. You shouldn't have did the slavery that you did over here in America, in the Western Hemisphere. You ain't have to do it all like that. You ain't have to do that. You forwarded the affliction. You ain't have to buck break. You ain't have to do motherfucking when you had men basically blindfolded or put a bag over their head and made them breed with their own mothers or sisters. You ain't have to do it like that, Esau. Verse 13, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. See, that's what Esau about. He gonna come to kill. He gonna lay hand on your substance. He gonna sell you off. He shouldn't have did it like that, because payback coming for him. Verse 14, Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Wow, so some of our people even escaped, but Esau was the one standing in the crossway. Yeah, that nigga something else. To cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress, right? So Esau went far. He went far, he went out of his way to oppress and to hurt our people. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true children of Israel. But you know what? The Lord, our power that's up in heaven, he's about payback. He loves payback. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Right? The Lord, it's a beautiful thing with the Lord. It makes the Lord happy, because this is in the scriptures, for a man to live to see the fall of his enemy. And we're about to see the fall of Esau Edom. And we're going to love it. We're going to be happy about it. We're going to rejoice about it. It's going to be a beautiful thing. We're going to praise Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for it. That we get to see the downfall of this nigga and his system, and his country, his nation, all of it, all of his rulership. We're going to see it. We're going to see the economy fall. The Lord is going to throw all type of monkey wrenches in this man's plans. And ultimately, America going to be nuked. That's going to be a sight to see. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Right. So not only are we going to be able to laugh at this nigga, the Lord sees it as a righteous thing for us to recompense tribulation on their ass too, man. And that's coming too. That's coming to America, actually. This is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus says Yahweh our power, because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and has greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus says Yahweh our power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword. Right? It's gonna be martial law. It's gonna be concentration camps. It's gonna be race wars, race riots, civil war, all that type of stuff gonna go down here in America. And then America gonna be nuked. But also this finna happen. Verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. Right. So it's lick back season for the man that the Heavenly Father deems to do so. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. Don't the scriptures talk about battle axe and war weapon? I should turn many fishes into hunters, or send for many fishes and then send for many hunters. And it reads, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger. They shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, says Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right. So it shall be done in Edom according to the Lord's anger. The Lord is going to use his men. And I believe that's in Micah chapter 5 too, where it alludes to the remnant of the Lord being amongst the heathen as a dew on the earth. That's talking about America, man. That's what's coming for Esau Edom. And we gonna love it, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a very, very beautiful thing what's coming to these Edomites, man. To our enemies. This is Job chapter 5, verse 21. Thou shalt be hid, and this is talking to the elect, and Lord willing, we part of the number. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it comes, because it's coming. And 2/3 of our people gonna get caught up in it. They're gonna be destroyed, you know, because they won't return to the Lord. They're gonna fall into Esau's hands, you know. But it's for the elect, the followers of the Lord. And Lord willing, we part of that number. We shall not be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Now, verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Right? At destruction and famine, we shall laugh. It's time for us to laugh. This ain't time for us to be sad. We are in the house of mourning because we still in the situation that we in, and we praying and begging the Lord to hurry up and bring this system down, bring the society down and deliver us. But the scripture says in Isaiah chapter 65, my servant shall eat, my servant shall drink, my servant shall rejoice. And it says right here that we shall laugh at destruction and famine. We're going to laugh at Esau, man. Because Edomites going to be getting blown out. Their heads blown off. Edomites going to be in concentration camps too. This is judgment for their ass. Edomites going to be dying of hunger. It's a famine coming to the land. And then ultimately nukes are going to hit this place, man. Nukes is going to hit this place and burn it up. And that's going to be the ultimate laugh. That's going to be the ultimate laugh in victory, man. This is Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw it as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. And that's talking about being in the chariots, being delivered in the chariots, looking down at the sea of glass, which is you looking down at earth. You seeing the sea. You're looking down at the atmosphere. You're looking down at the ozone. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. It's going to be mingled with fire because the Lord is going to send nuclear missiles around this earth. And mainly to America to burn it up from sea to shining sea. And also you're going to have fire from the heavenly chariots of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, the chariots of Israel. Beams, laser beams, concentrated fire are going to be coming out of those things. And that's what's going to cause the earth to be mingled with fire. So, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, right? Having victory, standing over the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. That's the season that we coming into, man. That's the deliverance that we got to hope for. Verse 3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh, our power almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Right? So our time to laugh at Esau is coming. And we're going to praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for it, and for all the things that he do for the nation of Israel, for the elect of Israel, beginning with the elect of Israel. And with that, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. Let's keep pushing, let's keep working, and let's keep believing. Rejoice with trembling. With that, shalom.